Hi there. I'm going to walk you through SYM Volunteer Services shortcut. That's bit.ly/SYM VOL SERVICE. We'll provide that link to you by email and text. The first thing you can do is check in, and you must check in prior to arriving in our facility because of the pandemic. And the check-in will open up a link to a Google form. You click the Google link and it's going to open up a form. So that's, you open the bit.ly services, you pick checking in or screening, and then you click the link to open the Google form. And your name will be on the list. And if you do not find your name here, there is a problem. It means you are not yet approved as a vaccinated volunteer. And so you'll need to contact us immediately if that's the case. You'll pick who's checking in. I'll say I'm checking in, hit next. Now, because you're a vaccinated volunteer, it's going to ask you, have you screened your temperature? And you must do that before coming in our door. And then it will remind you about if you've been exposed or told that someone you've been in close contact with is tested positive. You need to not come, so no exposure or trace. And then finally, it will show you the current rules for our services in Travis County. We're in low transmission risk right now. Hayes County, we're in medium transmission risk, and it will tell you what we're doing to keep everything safe. And you have to agree to that. Hit next, and then finally, in order to actually save, you have to submit. So you got to do the submit button. So don't stop until you see this. Your response has been recorded. All right, so that's what you do to check in. Then you, at the end of your volunteer time, you will check out, and you pick number 2 there, and then your name will appear provided you have been properly registered for your service slot. Your name will appear here. I'm going to pick someone here who's has not yet checked out. Your name will appear on this list until you do check out. We eventually assume that people who don't check out were no-shows, and they will be recorded as no-shows. And if you have a couple of no-shows, then we start canceling your reservation and you can no longer volunteer. So be sure and check out to avoid all the confusion that happens. Now, once you've picked your particular session, you hit submit, and it says please wait there, and sometimes it does take a minute. And if there are any alerts for you to read, it will show you, but you can click that off. There are no alerts. It will show your orientation information if you click the box and say that, but we don't need them right now. And then you pick that you have completed. If we're filling it out, we will complete that you were a no-show or canceled. Then you enter how many hours you worked. And direct means interacting with us at the drop-in center. Indirect means maybe you spent an hour collecting some things before you came, and so maybe you have an indirect time of an hour. And we always kind of say you probably got about a quarter-hour training. If you felt like you got more, you can list that. If you had out-of-pocket costs, you can list that. It becomes a donation. Then we ask for your feedback, and this is the really important part. We want to know something that you liked today, something that was different or surprised you today, something that was challenging or hard or that you didn't like today. And then we want you to describe how you think we together made a difference today for someone. And then if you have any suggestions for us, we would like to hear those. Your newsletter choices will be listed here, and we really encourage that you take newsletters. We don't believe your involvement with us starts and ends with volunteering. You're here now and learning about us, and we are investing in you, and you are investing in us. We know that volunteerism comes in seasons, and you're going to move away or get other things going on in your life. But homelessness goes on forever, and it's all over the country. Wherever you are, you can still be an ambassador for homeless young adults. And we would like the opportunity to keep informing you what's going on. So please do take our newsletters. If you're checking yourself out, you will click Other as the person doing your debriefing and fill in your name, and then you hit Submit. All right. So that's that form, and I'm going to go back to the main form now. The next thing you will need to use this link for is to do your required ongoing training in between each volunteer session that you do. This is a new requirement that we've done, but it is an important one for the team. You can click on the Why We Serve playlist on YouTube, and you'll see there's right now 19 videos there. There are some that are 3 minutes long, some that are 5 minutes. We don't care which one you choose, but we want you to watch one of them and then make a comment. This is giving you further training about all the common problems and common concepts that we're using in ministry and why we're doing what we do. And we would like you to leave a comment to show that you've been there, and also it helps us build up our social media networking. So you're really helping us a lot by leaving comments. So please do that. Failure to do these means we are going to ask you to stop volunteering. It is important that you have ongoing training. All right. So that's the 3 required things that you do. If you ever want to know what to do about a challenging circumstance, or if something's allowed, we have a healthy boundaries for staff and volunteers. You can read what boundaries we have and what boundaries we ask you to. It's a Google link, so you click that option and then open up and you will see it. I'll just point out some highlights. We are not allowed to purchase or give money to any clients, neither a volunteer nor a staff member. So if you see that going on, please bring it to our attention. It's not permitted, and we will have to take some action about that. We don't go to the store and purchase specific items for clients and bring it back to them. Again, if you see that going on, please report it and we will take action. We don't allow volunteers or staff members to do work here and then we close and all go home, but the volunteer or the team member comes back and does more work outside of the ministry. That creates a very confusing situation, leads typically to a dangerous situation, and we need to know what's going on. So if you have reason to believe that's going on, please let us know. We don't mind if you form a relationship with our clients, but we're going to have to ask you to not volunteer while it's going on. You can have one relationship with a client. It can be through us or it can be on your own, but you can't have both at the same time. We ask that you not take clients any place. If they see you leaving and ask you for a ride, just say, well, I'm really sorry, but I'm not permitted to do that. We do have some rules for how to transport people safely, but we will, and you can find them in this document should you be asked to do that. And then finally, volunteers or staff are not allowed to date, hook up with, smoke, drink, or drug with clients. That's instant suspension, and you need to tell us before they tell us, because they are going to tell us. So that's what's going on. If you have contact with a client accidentally outside of ministry, do tell us right away. If they reach out to you on social media, do tell us right away. Again, you can have a personal relationship with our clients, but we're going to ask that while you do that, you suspend your volunteering. It is not healthy to have dual relationships, and it's too confusing for our clients and often leads to bad situations. So that's our healthy boundaries relationship. If you are in need of hours or you wish to help us in additional ways, you can do a review for us on Facebook, on Great Nonprofits, or on Google, and we have the links for doing that here. If you are a regular volunteer and need to cancel one of your scheduled things, you can do it yourself using our personalized volunteer link. We don't provide that link on the tool because it's personal to every single one of you, but you will find it in your email confirmation list. And should you be a vaccinated volunteer and wish to volunteer at a different time where you have not signed up, you can do a walk-in registration if we have agreed for you to help fill in on the spot. That's unusual, but it is here and you can do it. In order to do that, you must know your phone number or the email that you're registered with. So that's what you can do on SYM Volunteer Services. It does help us out a lot for you to do these things. 1, 2, and 3 are required, and you can self-reference the other items as you need to or want to. So thanks a lot. Bye.